Hey everybody, this is Candice Adewale of the Loving You Lifestyle, and I am here for the last video of 2019 entitled 10 Things to Leave in 2019. I am so excited, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited for 2020. This year's theme for my life is 2020 Vision. And it is going to be centered around me living fully and thriving in my feminine energy consciously every day and really tapping in to my sensual energy in order to create a life of beauty and magic. I think I've mentioned it in previous videos, but what I like to do is I like to envision my life out in different time frames. And so, since we're at the start of a new decade, I like to kind of imagine how I want to be when the next decade rolls around. And when the next decade rolls around, I'm going to be in a very special place in my life. And I really want that to mean something extra special. And so I understand that starting tomorrow, I'm going to have to take strategic steps in order for my life to look the way that I want it to look at the turn of the next decade. So we're going to jump right into the top 10 things that you're going to need to leave in 2019 so that you can maximize all of your power, all of your time to really curate the type of life that you want to live this next decade and this upcoming year. Number 10, excuses. Someone once told me excuses are for losers. And when they told me that, it really kind of hurt my feelings. But it's the truth, and it's the raw truth. Excuses are for losers. When you make excuses for your life, what you are really saying is that deep down, you don't think you really have what it takes to do and be what you say that you want to do and be. So you make the excuses so that you feel comfortable. It's like a coddling blanket for you. Because once you unwrap all of those excuses, you're left with nothing. So we have to leave behind those excuses, ladies, so we can live our best lives. Putting away excuses also means that you take full responsibility for you. It's nobody else's fault. And so that leads me to number 9, which is victimhood mentality. We are going to take that bag off of our backs. We're going to take that off of our backs, and we're going to place that bag by the door and leave it by the door so that we can throw it in the trash. And I'm thinking right now, the song that's going through my mind is Erykah Badu's Bag Lady. You guys know that one. But take that bag off your back, ladies. Take that bag off of your back. Leave it by the door so that you can throw it in the trash, because victimhood mentality is not welcome in 2020. Blaming other people is not going to cut it this year in this decade. Blaming things on situations and circumstances that happened 200 years ago, 300 years ago, when you were 10 years old, when your teacher hurt your feelings last year, last month, it just won't cut it. It's 2020. We are moving into this beautiful energy. We live in a time where knowledge is so readily available for us, to us. We can reach out to all sorts of mentors and authors and research. So at this point in time, there's nothing left but to take responsibility for yourself and live in the fullness of you and your magic. when I see people who are thriving off of victimhood mentality, oftentimes those are the same people that like to trauma bond. And what they're really living in is a lack spirit. That's what that is all about. And they truly don't believe in their own ingenuity. They truly don't believe that they can do, have, and be what they want. And so they need to be somebody's victim so that they can have excuses. So just in case they fail, they can look back and say, well, you know what? If this wouldn't have happened, if that would have happened, if this group of people would have behaved in a certain way, I could be where I want to be. And I think one of the things that I realized in my life when I was healing myself from victimhood mentality, when I was healing myself from trauma bonding, I realized that it was my responsibility to shed the layers of victimhood mentality on a cellular level. I had to heal myself on a cellular level because, I touch on epigenetics and how certain traits are and attitudes and mentalities and vibrations and energy are passed down genetically. And so I realized that my healing, my victimhood mentality was going to help me on a cellular level to heal and heal my genetics so that I do not pass that forward whenever I have another child. And, I already have one child, but it will help me to further nurture her in a way where that if she has a child, she won't pass that on as well. So you have to think of healing your victimhood mentality and leaving that at the door as one of your generational assignments. You have to take it that serious. It is your generational assignment to leave victimhood mentality behind. Number 8, wanting professional time for free. Let's please stop jumping in the inboxes of people who have taken the time to secure degrees, certifications, and knowledge to pick their brains for free. If you are taking up more than 10 to 15 minutes of someone's time and they are not a personal friend of yours, then you need to at least drop a tip in their Cash App because wanting free coaching is so tacky and it's so classless. And also, while we're at it, let's understand the difference between mentoring and coaching. Mentoring is, and you ask someone to be your mentor. A mentor means that you're already doing the hard work. You've already reached certain levels of success and you're kind of on your way and you need a mentor. Coaching is when you need someone basically from scratch to kind of show you the way. And coaching can also be at different stages as well. So I take that back. But the bottom line is know the difference. And either way, if you're taking up a professional's time for more than 10 to 15 minutes for your life's problems, then the least that you can do is pay them for their time or at least drop them a tip in their Cash App. Because if you are unwilling to pay, if you are so selfish that you are willing to take up someone's time and you're not willing to pay, then you truly do not value their inputs in your life. So please, let's stop doing that in 2020. Number 7, let's stop talking about low quality men. You manifest what you talk about the most. Let's leave all the conversations about low quality, low masculinity, 50-50 struggle energy men alone, including social media posts and posts about who pays the bills and 50-50 this. And I'm just so done with it. It's so basic. It's so low vibrational. And if we want to vibrate higher, we have to rise above those conversations and just leave them alone because they are not a part of our reality. We are attracting high quality, protector provider men who love us and value us for our feminine attributes and contributions outside of financial contributions. So I personally challenge you for this upcoming year to leave the need to repost, engage in any way on these types of topics for 2020. All right, number 6, holding on to dead relationships. Just let them die. Just let dead relationships die. If you need to hold a mock funeral for these relationships, do it, but just leave them alone. This includes men that are not pursuing you, female relationships that do not serve you, one-sided relationships where you are doing most of the calling, texting, inviting, etc. And even talking about old relationships, just let them die. And what this will do is this will clear the energy, it will clear things up and leave space for new, beautiful, fulfilling relationships to come right on in there. Number 5, basic femininity. We're leaving this press on femininity uh, alone in 2020. We're leaving it in 2019. Femininity is deeper than wearing dresses, heels, makeup, having a soft voice, having the perfect hairstyle, having your manicure done. It goes beyond that. It is time to embody feminine energy by living in the spirit of the feminine attributes and understanding the power. I think that since the energy is um, so high right now, the world actually needs women who understand how to be the embodiment of feminine energy so that we can make a powerful shift in the right direction on our planet. Number 4, mediocrity. You were meant for excellence. Leave all your fears behind. That voice that says that you can't have what you want, that you don't deserve to have what you want. Um, Leave all of those things behind because mediocrity will have you living small when you were meant to have and do and be so much more. Number 3, we're leaving behind linear thinking. Life isn't black or white all the time. It is a full array of colors and full of possibilities. And so uh, with linear thinking, I think comes a lot of judgment. And so what I want us to do is to understand that there are many different paths to achieve the same thing. And let's not judge people if they do not do things exactly the same way that we do them, and understand that that's just okay. Number 2, we are leaving behind that magic pill thinking. There's no such thing. You absolutely have to do the hard work, period. I have known people that have jumped from mentor to mentor, from this group to that group, all in the hopes of finding that one person that's going to give them that one magic pill that's going to make their life all better. And when you see that they're in a similar position, you know it's clear to see that they haven't taken the time to do the hard work or apply the tools, like truly apply the tools that they've already gotten to their lives. There are no shortcuts, ladies. There are no shortcuts in leveling up. There's no shortcuts in this curating the type of life that you want. Either you want what you say that you want and you're willing to do the work, or you need to just be quiet and settle for the life that you that doesn't feel so great. Number 1, limitations. Please understand that in 2020 there are no limits. Only what you tell yourself. You're only limited by what you are telling yourself. Tomorrow starts a new decade full of possibilities. And again, the question that lies ahead of us is, how do you want your life to look at the start of this next decade? What mark do you want to leave on your family and friends, and possibly even the world? There is a Bible scripture that I really love, and it's Habakkuk 2:2. And this will be one of the scriptures that I will meditate on for the first month of the year. And I'm not like a super religious person, but I was raised Christian. And so I have certain biblical scriptures that really stand out and that I remember that help me in my time of need. And so Habakkuk 2:2 is one of my favorites. And it says, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run who readeth it. And so this is what I say to you. Is your vision clear? Have you written down your vision and made it clear so that the runner, which is you, may run? The starting line is tomorrow. What are you running towards? It's time for 2020 vision. 2020 vision is clear, it's clarity. This is the year for clarity. Make it plain, uncomplicated. Don't complicate your life. The collective energy right now that I feel that's in the air is ripe. It is dilated. It's 10 centimeters dilated. The energy is ripe and ready to birth excellence. All the labor pains of this year and maybe previous years of this decade have brought you to this moment of birth. It's time to give birth to your baby. It's time to give birth to your dreams. It's time to reap what you have sown. It's time, ladies. It's time. What are you going to birth? What people are you going to connect with? Who will you choose to be in a relationship with? What relationships are you going to nurture? Every decision counts. And tomorrow will be the first step in writing a beautiful story and creating a magical life. I would leave you all with the words that I have given you this evening. I just hope that you are encouraged and that you all are as excited as I am for 2020 and this new decade. I will see you ladies in 2020. Look forward to more content from me. You can follow me on Instagram to see my journey in Rome, Italy. And I want all of you to have a beautiful New Year's Eve and a beautiful New Year's Day. And you all just stay blissfully feminine. Ciao.